What's going on, you guys? I am finally back with a new video, and this was actually a requested video from one of my followers on Instagram, so thank you so much. I'll put you over here somewhere. But she wanted to get a tutorial on a basic makeup look, and so this is really my go-to look if I'm going somewhere. If I'm just going, like, you know, to brunch or something, I just do this quick and simple look. But I can kind of get this look done within like 15-20 minutes because it's just my regular look that I've done for years. So if you are interested in seeing how I achieve this look, then make sure you stay tuned for this video.
Alright, so I started off with a clean face using my black charcoal cleanser and my electric brush. I also added some astringent to my face because I do have a couple of blemishes. I don't have perfect skin, but you know, I'm still cute, so you know, it is what it is. I'm going to start off by priming my face with my e.l.f. hydrating primer, and I'm just going to put that in the places that I feel is most necessary, which is my T-zone area. And then we're going to get started on these brows. So I'm using my e.l.f. eyebrow pomade, and I'm going to use that darker color first, and then I'll just go in with that lighter side, but I barely use it. It's a powder just in case I need to fill something in. And so I'm just going to start with creating the shape that I want for my eyebrows. My eyebrows have not been arched in probably like a month or so, but I'm still going to be able to achieve the look, and y'all will see, especially once I get down to the concealer. So I'm just going to create the shape, outlining my eyebrows, natural lines, and just filling it in as I go, making it darker. What I do say is that be careful when you're priming, because the primer I used, it does kind of make my eyebrows a little greasy, and so it kind of makes it a little harder for the product to stay on there like I need it to. But other than that, I still can get the job done. And so yeah, now I'm just going to zoom in so y'all can get a closer look. Now, it might look for a second like my eyebrows are like super thick, or if you've ever seen like the microblading techniques, my eyebrow might look like how it starts out. But I'm telling you, once I get to concealing and really creating those lines, it's going to all come together. So I'm just going to apply as much as I feel like I need, and just keep doing that motion with the brush, filling it in, making sure I get the shape that I know I want. Even if it's not perfect yet, I'm making sure it's the shape I need. I went ahead and finished the other eyebrow, but it's the same concept on both sides, so you don't need to see that part. And for this side, I'm just filling it in a little bit at the ends, making sure that it's, you know, good and dark. And next I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer. Everybody knows, everybody uses that pretty much. Like anybody that has affordable makeup skills, they use this. And so I'm just going to start by outlining my brows. This is honestly like my favorite part because it just makes my eyebrows come together. Like I've done my eyebrows the same way since like I was like a sophomore in high school. Like I've been doing my eyebrows like this, and I just would never change. So I'm just going to outline it, and you can see I'm using this brush as my precision. Some people use an actual brush, but I prefer to use the brush that's already on the concealer tube. And I just think it's more precise. It's thin enough to create the lines I need. And as you can see, it's really getting that sharpness to my eyebrows because that's how I like them. And like I told you guys before, I haven't gotten a wax on my eyebrows or anything. So you can just kind of see how good this concealer is doing and making it seem like, you know, my eyebrows are freshly waxed and stuff like that. I'm going in with this concealer brush that I have just to kind of blend that in and just remove some of that excess product that I don't need. And also, I'm also using it to kind of gauge my shaping as well. And so there's the first brow. It's looking really good. And then I'm going to go over to the next brow. And so I did end up making a little bit of a mistake. I kind of cut off a little too much of my eyebrows. So I do go back in off camera. But all I did was go on the end and just fill that back in and make it a little bit longer because I kind of cut it too short. But other than that, we should be good to go. And then I'm just going to take my beauty blender after this and start blending in all of that concealer to, make it, blend with my skin and everything. And when you'll see when I'm done blending it all in, it looks like, I had a fresh wax on my eyebrows. Like you wouldn't even think they weren't done at first. So they look really good. I'm very happy with how they came out. Alright, next up is eyeshadow using my Karity palette from online as well as my Cara Duo palette that I got from TJ Maxx. I'm going to go in with this light brown first, and just right where my eye crease is, I'm going to apply that product. What I'll do after that is take a round blending brush and I'm just going to pat that in and kind of spread that powder around my eyes, as you can see next. So I'm just spreading it around to make sure it goes across. I did end up switching to the darker brown because it wasn't showing up the way I wanted it to. And so now you can really see it. So I'm patting that in the crease, getting that in there, and I'm just going to go blend. And I'm just blending it out to create, a shape and make it go across my eye without making harsh lines. And we just keep doing that process. Go to the crease and then blend it out. I do the same thing on this eye. Just go in the crease and then use the blending brush to blend it all out. And you're patting the product in, but you're just moving it around basically. Now I'm just going in with the Cara Duo palette using this light pink, and I'm just going to apply that to the rest of my eyelid that I wasn't applying powder to, or product to, I guess. I'm just going to apply that there. It's a very nice soft pink, and as you can see, I'm not doing too much with my eyeshadow, and it'll all come together in the end. No cut creases, none of that stuff, just a basic eyeshadow. I'm going to go back through and just make sure there's no harsh lines with my blending brush. I'm also going to just apply a little shadow to my lash line, I think is what it is, my bottom lash line or waterline. And then this part right here I do because I don't use the little stickies that go on your face. So I use concealer to just make the eyeshadow at the ends very sharp. And I use that concealer brush that I used earlier to just blend that in. And it just makes a really nice, cut shape. It just brings it all together, I feel like. And that is it for the eyes for now. So now we're going to move on to foundation using my Fenty Beauty, and let's get into it. I'm just going to apply it to my face where I want it. Make sure I put it in all the areas that I need it to be: chin, forehead, above my lip, and on my cheeks. And then I just use this foundation brush. I think I got it from TJ Maxx as well. So if you need makeup products, go to TJ Maxx. If you need makeup, go to TJ Maxx. You can find some top of the line stuff in TJ Maxx for $4.99, $5.99. So we're just gonna blend that all in though. Make sure it goes all across my face. I think I started singing the theme song of Sister Sister right here, so don't mind my mouth moving. But we're just gonna get that blended all in. I really do like this foundation, by the way. I switched over from my Maybelline Fit Me, or whatever it was. I think it was Fit Me. And I switched over to Fenty, and I think I made the right decision. It's been way better than the Fit Me foundation was. Alright, so I'm going back in with my same concealer from earlier, and I'm just going to go under my eyes. And then I'll go down to my chin. There we go. And then I'll do a little bit right in between my eyebrows and on my nose. I really don't need much between my eyebrows because there's already some there, but just in case. And then I will take my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend that concealer in. I don't always contour, but sometimes I do, so I figure I will go ahead and show it. But I'm not really much of a contouring person. It just is a lot sometimes, but I decided to do it today, and it really did come out good in the end, so I'm not mad about it. I'm just going to blend all of that concealer in, just patting it in, making sure everything is good. And I want to mention, I do use this moisturizing mist on my blender before I apply it to my face. So I just spray it and then I use that to kind of set everything in. I got it from TJ Maxx as well. All right, so next I'm using my Black Radiance contour palette, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit of the more warmer shade to my forehead and right underneath my chin. And then I'll go in with the darkest shade in the palette to contour my cheekbones. This is going to give me, you know, those cheekbones that we're not always born with, but you know, we can always get them with makeup. So you'll just see me kind of creating the shape that I want. And yes, I do the little fish lip thing to make sure that I can get it right. I just keep going in until I got the desired amount that I want. I don't do too much with contouring. It's just not that serious to me. I'm going to go back in with that same beauty blender and just kind of pat that in to kind of make it look a little more natural. You don't want it to be too harsh, no harsh lines. I really don't like when it's harsh lines and you can just tell. And then we have the setting powder. It's also Black Radiance. I got both of those from Walmart. I'm going to go in under my eye. I couldn't find my sponge for my powder and I didn't feel like going to look for it. So we're just going to use the beauty blender again. I apply it under my eyes and then right under where I did the contour on my cheekbones. Alright, so after I feel like I've done it long enough, I just use my brush and I just kind of dust that off while also still pressing in. But you want to make sure that you press in but also brush it off. And you want to make sure you don't get any of those big lines that make it obvious that you put some setting powder on. I use my smaller blender to get the ones under my eyes and I'm just pressing it in as I brush it off. And I'm looking to make sure I get all of those lines because there might be some parts where you can still see the powder. Like over here, you can still kind of see that there's some there. So I'm just going to make sure I correct that. Alrighty, so that's that on the powder. And next is the blush. This is also Black Radiance blush from Walmart. I use this big brush to just pat that in. And yeah. Next we have my BH Cosmetics highlighting powder. And I'm going to use this goldish tint right here. This is my favorite one. It's the only one I really use. I like a really nice highlight on my nose. So I focus there the most. Just making sure it's very shiny on the tip of my nose. And then I'll go over to my cheeks and just get those to have a little shine to them as well. But my nose highlight, that's probably my favorite part. I love to have the button nose that just look like I'm Rudolph or something. And yeah. That's that part. On to the lashes. So I start in the corner of my eye for the lashes and I just work my way over, making sure that I'm applying it as close to my lash line as possible. But I want you to know, start from the end and work to the other end. Don't start from the front, start from the end of your eyelid and then just press in as you go, close to your eyelash. You want it as close to your lash line as possible. Like, you do not want to have it sitting above your lash line because it's going to be obvious that you have them on. And I just press down and I just keep pressing down until I can't press down no more or until it just stays there without me pressing it in. And there you have it. I got them on, so they're sitting well. Let them dry, and then I'm going to go in with my Better Than Sex mascara for my lower lashes. I'm just going to get those together. And there you go. You can see them now. Now next is my lips. I'm actually going in with the same eyeshadow that I used on my eyes. Yes, I use eyeshadow to line my lips. I don't know why, but you know, I don't be feeling like going to the hair store to buy lip liner, so I just use my eyeshadow and it works for me. So if you have a dark brown in your eyeshadow and you run out of lip liner or something like that, use that dark brown in your eyeshadow kit I promise you, it'll save you a bunch of time. And I just put that generously. I'm using a little lip brush that I found at TJ Maxx, and I'm just gonna go in with that. Then I used this other little lip gloss I got also at TJ Maxx. I don't really know the brand name, but they work well. It wasn't the color I wanted, but it'll do. I do have a lighter pink from the same brand, but that's the lip color I liked, so that's what we got today. And here is the final look, so I'm gonna just let y'all get into it.
So yes, you guys, this is the final look. This is just my regular makeup look, so I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a comment down below if you have any tips, because like I said, I am not a professional. I just do this because I don't know. So if you have tips, feel free to leave those down below for me. But thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.